We thought, no problem, snow. And on the way here, 3 construction sites and 1 accident, and I ended up at the wrong Vale Park. And I called Jill, I said, where's the clubhouse? She said, there's signs everywhere. I'm like, I was on the wrong side of the city. So in any event, I'm here, I'm happy to be here. And before I get started, I need 3 volunteers to come up, stand right here, and you have to have strong hand muscles. Just strong. Yeah, I know, makes you wonder what I'm gonna ask you to do, doesn't it? It's painless, and it's lots of fun.
I've seen it before, it's not bad.
It's
not embarrassing.
You don't have to study for it, it's not a test.
Come on.
Oh, all right, how about one more? One more.
Come on, Sharon.
I have bad hands. Oh, this paper must be heavy.
I'm telling you, if I have 2, that's okay. I'll do it anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read off some instructions, and these lovely ladies are going to follow those instructions. But you can't ask any questions, and you have to keep your eyes closed.
For real?
For real. I forgot to mention that, didn't I? Okay, so close your eyes. Fold your piece of paper in half.
Can't ask questions, right?
Correct.
That was a question.
And I answered it, so there you go.
Which way?
Fold it in half again. Fold it in half again. Now tear off the right hand corner. This is where the strong hand muscles come in.
The right hand, all the way down? No questions.
Turn it over. Tear off the left hand corner.
That's the same corner. Can't do that, I did it already.
Okay, so once you've done that, open your eyes, unfold your papers, let's see what we've got. So you heard the same directions, right, same instructions, and they followed those, and we have
But I only ripped off 1 page.
different results. So my point with this is,
Should've been straight.
organized looks different for everybody, as well as it should. Okay? What works for you
Now it's-
might not work for you. Okay? And so this is perfect, the way that it came out. And so I want to give these ladies a nice round of applause. You're done. Oh, look,
Great
that was
job.
painless, wasn't it?
You were great.
Yeah, you did a lovely job. And so I want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Wendy Tediucci. That is the correct pronunciation. We traveled to Italy and we figured that out. Seriously, Tediucci. And I'm a certified professional organizer. I speak to and work with women who have suffered a loss, are ready to sort through the past, declutter, and start living their best life. I'm a certified professional organizer, that's the CPO behind my name. I have over 10 years of experience. I'll celebrate 11 years in business in October. So 10 years of experience, 11 years now. Working with clients to get the organizing process started and to get them past the moments where they get stuck. How many of you have ever gotten stuck? You're laughing. Okay, so that answered the question. So I want to tell you my story and how I became an organizer. And I think I became an organizer through life circumstances. So when I was 6 years old, my dad passed away of cancer. And so that left me and Mom. I'm an only child. And Mom dealt with Dad's loss by acquiring things. Shopping, garage sailing, things we didn't need were coming into the house. And at 6 years old, I didn't like it. And at 6 years old and older, I tried to fix it. So I was the kid that was organizing the linen closet. I was the kid that was organizing the medicine cabinet. I was the kid that was organizing the kitchen cabinets. My room, you know, the typical kid, teenager room, right? You can't see the floor, not mine. You could see the floor. The clothes were hung up. My books were on their bookshelves. My desk was neat. And I think by doing that, it gave me a sense of control over my particular situation. And I got really good at organizing. And so when I decided to do this for a living, I decided to work with women who have suffered a loss because I lived through what my mom went through. I saw what she went through. I lived through a loss myself, and I understand that sometimes the way to cope with a loss is to bring things in to fill that void, which is what my mom did. So I get it and I understand. So I work with women through my Best Life Now coaching program, and the information for that is on that very colorful floral card that you all have. But on the back side of that, I think is even more important. 5 tips for a more joyful life. We all need to look at this every day, I think, and do one thing. So I would love it if you would put this on your refrigerator to remind yourself to have a nice, coffee, to have a lovely walk, to have a pedicure, to have a manicure, to do one thing for yourself every day. Because we all need more joy in our lives, right? So this is one way to do it. So part of living your best life, I feel, is being organized. When you're organized, you can be present in every moment of your life. You can think more clearly. And because of that, you can be more joyful. One misconception that I want to clear up as a professional organizer is she's going to come in and throw out all my stuff. And I'm not going to come in and throw out all your stuff, because it's your stuff. And I don't care how messy your house is. I have a quote that I want to share with you that I feel like speaks to how I feel about organization. It goes like this. Being organized is not about getting rid of everything you own and becoming a different person. It's about living the life you want to live, but better. I'm going to say that last part again. It's about living the life you want to live, but better. Got you thinking, right? So I'm going to share with you several tips today to help you get organized. They're going to include very broad categories, such as closet, kitchen, home office organizing, because I want to touch on something for each one of you. So that's why it's a very broad talk today. I'm also going to share with you some of my favorite organizing products that you see on this table here. But before we get started, I want to ask you, what are your biggest challenges around organization?
Paper.
Paper. You're nodding your head. Paper. Paper? Okay, I'm going to help you with paper. What else? What's your biggest challenge around organizing?
Photos, old photos.
Old photos.
Yes.
Yes. See a lot of heads nodding. Okay. Paper, photos. What else?
Clothing for me.
Clothing. Okay.
Too much.
Excellent. So I need to touch on papers, photos, and clothing. I think I could do 2 out of the 3. We'll see how I do. Okay. So did you know there are 2 types of disorganization? Just like everything's disorganized, and it is. But there's chronic and there's situational. So I'll talk about situational first. So situational disorganization happens when you or a loved one are going through an illness, a hospitalization. After the event has played itself out, you look around your house, so you look at your life and you go, oh my stars. This is a wreck and I know I need to fix it. So situational disorganization is a short-term type. Chronic disorganization, boy, that lives up to its name. Chronic disorganization happens over a long period of time. And when you're chronically disorganized, it negatively affects you every day, usually several times a day, over many, many years. So situational disorganization, which is the short term, may turn into chronic disorganization if it's not dealt with. Let me say this though. Disorganization is not a bad thing, does not make you a bad person. But if you want to fix it, I'm going to give you some tips and some tools so that you can empower yourself and fix it. Sound good?
Mhm.
Yes. Okay.
Sounds like a lot of work.
Oh. But you know what? It's fun. At least I think it's fun. And I make it fun for my clients. Because, I mean, why should you not have fun? I don't care if you're organizing or sorting through stuff. It's got to be fun. So I'm going to share with you some tips here. Okay. So I'm going to read off a couple statements here. And I'm hoping that after I read them off, you're going to go, aha. Like this is like a light bulb moment. Okay? So are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, first thing, rid yourself of anything that you no longer want, need, or that fits. Yeah, I gotta laugh. Okay.
But maybe someday it will fit.
Oh!
That's what we all think, right?
You know, someday is the best, you know, help to
We
being
just don't know.
being cluttered, right? Someday. I'm gonna go one better. Get rid of something that makes you feel bad. You have it in your house, you own it. It has to be yours, it cannot be your spouse's. It can't be your kids, it can't be your grandkids' stuff. She's laughing. Okay, it has to be yours. And I'll give you an example. I had been given a Christmas ceramic thing, you know, years ago from my now ex-stepsister. And she wasn't the nicest person in the world. She gave me a gift, fine, whatever, great, beautiful gift. And every Christmas I would take it out and I would place it on the entryway table. And every time I walked past it, I went, because it reminded me of her. And so 2 Christmases ago, as I'm unpacking the Christmas stuff, I come across it and I'm like, you know what? It's beautiful, it's in good shape. Someone else is going to appreciate this. And I donated it. Boy, did that feel good. So can you think of something like that you have in your home? Can you let it go? Because the point is, why have something in your home that makes you feel bad, right? Okay. The next aha. Have you heard of the 1 in, 1 out rule? Great. So, what you do is you go shopping, you bring a new blouse into the closet, an old one has to come out. Yeah, that's the 1 in, 1 out.
Maybe 2.
Keeps a nice balance, yes.
Or 2 in, 2 out.
I had a client that I told the 1 in, 1 out thing to, and the next week she was like, I did one better. I'm like, okay. She said, I did 1 in, 5 out.
Oh.
Awesome, you know? But it just 1 in, 1 out keeps a nice balance, keeps things in harmony. If you switch out your clothing seasonally, how many of you do that? Yeah, some things maybe kind of transfer through all the seasons, but they're, you know,
I
sweaters.
have 2 closets.
And you have 2 clothes. Okay, well that works too. Even if you don't switch out seasonally, you can still use this little trick to determine what you don't wear. Because what you don't wear is just hanging there, taking up your prime real estate, right? Making it harder for you to decide what to wear to get dressed. So what I want you to do is take all of your hangers, turn them backward, place them back into your closet. Idea being, you're going to wear something, you're going to take the hanger out, you're going to take the garment off, wear it, launder it, return it to the closet facing the correct way. In the fall, take a look at your closet. Everything that's still facing backward, you didn't wear, can you sell it? Can you donate it? Can you make room for what really matters the most? And so
I tried that, I didn't do good.
You didn't, where did it fall apart?
I got tired of it and just switched all the hangers the right way. I mean.
How long did you try it? I'm just.
It wasn't really that long.
Okay, you gotta stick
You have to
with
do
it.
it a whole season.
A whole season.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, it's tough, but think of all the room you're gonna have. Think of how much easier it would be for you to get dressed without, you know, having to.
Well, I tried now, if I try it on and won't wear it, then I put it in the Goodwill.
Very nice.
I'm trying.
Yeah, well, that's all you can do, and that's a good try. One of the things that I see as an organizer are people that, they know they have it, like, but they can't find it. Why are you laughing? Yeah, I bet you know somebody. I bet you know somebody. Okay, so like scissors, you know? How many people, not you, how many people do you know go out and they buy another pair of scissors because they can't find the 5 or 10 pair of them, right? Okay. So that's one of the biggest problems, okay? They don't have a place for things. The other problem is they can't see what they have. So, I'm gonna show you some products and some systems so that you can actually see what you have. Makes your life easier, because otherwise you just kind of waste time looking for something. You waste gas, you waste money. Life is short. Do you want to spend 5 minutes, 10 minutes looking for a pair of scissors? No, you want to find it, go and do what you want to do, right? Okay, so the first thing that I want to show you, and this is a relatively new product from Post-it. These are pockets. And so what happens is there's adhesive on the back, and you just tear the little paper off and attach it to any surface. These do not damage the wall, the furniture, whatever. I've removed them, not a problem. So there's 3 different sizes, you can see here. And so what happens is, I have this large one on the back of our garage door entry for any kind of papers that we absolutely need to take with us the next day. It's right in front of our face. You cannot miss it. The next size I use for takeout menus, carry out, call in, and I put that on the inside of one of my kitchen cabinet doors because I absolutely hate things stacked up. If I can find a place to get it up and off the ground and easily accessible, that's what I do. So kind of think about how you can utilize these. What did you see some possibilities? Yes? What do you see?
Well, I like the takeout menus.
The takeout menus, yeah. Road maps are good too, just, anything.
Right now they're attached to my fridge on the side.
Oh, you can use one of these things that just nice and neatly. Okay, so solve one problem. The next item that I want to show you is, this is an expandable cabinet shelf. Bed Bath & Beyond. I paid $20 for it. But check out all the space that you're gonna gain in your cabinet, right? You're gonna double your space. So this could be used, kitchen cabinet, under the sink, any kind of cabinet, just to double the space that you have. Let's see, oh, ladies, pass this around. This is a purse organizer. Now, the brilliance in this is you load it up with your wallet, your phone, pens, markers, business cards, car chargers, right? You want to switch out your purse? You take the whole thing out and you put it in the new purse. And it takes you like a minute. Otherwise, how long does it take to switch out purses? What's a long time?
Well, 10 minutes.
10 minutes is a long time. Over the course of, a couple of years. Wouldn't you rather be in the pool? I would.
Where do you find those?
You can Google Purse Perfector, and it's the name right on it. And yeah, you can find them. They're kind of
Purse
brilliant.
organizer and all kinds of stuff over there.
Yeah, so this is a very particular brand. I found this at conference probably
It is
7
different.
years ago.
That's amazing.
And I've had mine for that long. Now, I have switched purses and I don't use that anymore because I downsized my purse because I just couldn't take it anymore. And so, this is what I carry. That's it. It's not pretty, it's very utilitarian, but you know what? It works, and it weighs like nothing. Okay, so the purse organizer, ladies and gentlemen, when you bring your mail in,
She's good at this.
oh, you're pointing at each other, what do you do?
She's good at it. I want to see what she does.
Okay, well, let me tell you what I do. When you bring your mail in, do you have a certain area that you just plop it? Kind of the same spot? Okay. So what you want to do is get just a tray, some kind of tray. Okay. You know you're going to put your mail in that. You're also going to need in the same location a recycling container, a shredder, and a trash can. Because I don't know about you, but about 80% of my mail is junk. So that's a nice, fast way to eliminate it. What do you do?
I open my garage, I walk across the street, get my mail, walk back in, and my garbage can and my recycle can are right there, and I set right
She
there.
sit right on top of it. She starts ripping and throwing it.
I love it.
She only walks in the house with what's absolutely
That's-
necessary.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's wonderful.
I mean, I have things that I wanna read, or,
Sure.
and then I just tear up, like, where my name is, or whatever.
Okay. That's a great way to not even bring it into
Oh,
your
yeah.
house. That's
I
great.
try to do that too, especially with junk mail. I just throw it away.
Yes.
Before I get in the house.
I love it. So we've talked about paper a little bit. How many of you use the top of your closet shelf for storage? Blankets, clothes, okay.
Shoes in a box.
Shoes in a box. Well, maybe not the shoes in a box, but if you have sweaters, if you have clothes, if you have blankets, towels, this is a handy little product. I believe I got that at Bed Bath & Beyond. Shelf dividers. So it keeps your piles nice and neat instead of coming in to one big pile and clump on the top of your closet. It just looks nice, easy to obtain what you want. Instead of pulling one thing down and the whole thing comes, you know, you take one thing and it stays. It's kind of pretty good. Let's see, how many of you have t-shirts? Or your spouses have t-shirts? You're laughing.
Oh, we all do.
You all do.
Everybody.
I had one lady be like, no, I don't have a t-shirt. I'm like, okay. So I'm gonna show you how to fold a t-shirt so that you can file it. Are you with me? Okay, so here we go. What you wanna do, take your t-shirt, fold it in half, fold the sleeves in. It's easier to do this on a table, by the way. You fold it in half again. It's not perfect, that's gonna drive me absolutely crazy. Okay, you're gonna fold it in half again. Check it out. You're gonna put that in your dresser drawer, like this. So when you open your dresser drawer, you're gonna see the top of your t-shirt. Isn't that easier than stacking them on top and having to, you know, pull out the ones you don't want to
And then it's a
wear
mess
to
again.
get the one,
But
okay?
they have fold ones on
I hang most things.
them now. I hang mine.
I hang mine too.
I don't like fold lines.
Well, I'll tell you what, I wear t-shirts inside the house. I don't wear them out. So I'm okay with fold lines. But this is just, I think it's kind of a nice way, and then you can organize them by color. I mean, think about it, you open your dresser drawer, reds and yellows and pinks and, okay. I'm told that that's a little too much, but, you like that? All right.
I organize my clothes.
You're
My
smart.
daughter can tell you if there's a hanger out of place.
Yes.
All the white whatevers together and
Yes.
black and the grays.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, much easier.
yeah, it's much faster to get dressed.
Yep.
Yes, we're talking the
Or
same
to
language
find
here.
it.
Or to find it, yes, yes, absolutely. I have a client that talked to her about organizing her closet, and what I typically recommend is organizing by, here's your shirts, and then organize them by color. Short sleeve, long sleeve, organize them by color, okay? Pants are grouped together, skirts, you see where I'm going here. that didn't work for her, so we figured something else out. What we did is we took a hanger and we made an outfit for her. Like she knew what she wore with the skirt and the blouse and the
That's good.
blazer, okay?
If I have outfits, that's what I do. Put the
Yeah.
Slacks on and the.
So the slacks or skirt,
Mhm.
scarf, belt, okay? Shirt on top of that, cardigan, blazer, boom.
Mhm.
That's kind of neat.
Worked for her. I mean,
If you're a working person, that would be really good.
yeah, and she is, and so that worked for her. What I'm
Or if
trying
you
to,
have outfits, you know, that.
yeah,
match the
so
cotton.
what I'm trying to get at is everybody's different, and everybody's solution for organizing is different, and that's cool, that's good. You don't wanna do like a cookie cutter, you know, everybody does it this way, right? You wanna do what works for you, because otherwise, it's not gonna be fun, you're not gonna like it. And anyway, command hooks. How many of you know what command hooks are? Do you like them?
Oh, yes, I love them. They don't hurt your walls.
They don't wreck your walls, and I'll tell you a couple of tricks what I do with mine. On the inside of my bottom kitchen cabinet door, that is right next to my oven and stove, I have a couple of these to hang my pot holders. Because again, I hate having things laying flat in drawers, I know. I like to
Stick on
just-
my wall.
Yeah, I just like to open it and pot holder, use it, put it back, okay?
Do they stay? I have trouble with them staying.
Mine won't stay either.
I don't
Really?
use, I
No.
didn't even have them in my bathroom in the shower.
And the steam doesn't,
Nope.
I've never had.
I had them on all my other doors at my other house,
Okay.
cause I hung my purses on the back of my doors.
But that's heavy.
Yeah, that's heavy.
But they hung there,
Yeah.
At the other house.
but I
I've
had
never
better
had one,
doors
as a matter of
too.
fact, the picture hanging, kits they have now from 3M, I have a picture hanging on, we've got textured walls. It's been up there for like 5 years, I don't know, it seems to work, maybe I'm just lucky. But another trick, how many of you have granddaughters, let's see a show of hands, okay, with those elastic bands, those, for their
yeah.
hair? Okay, they're everywhere, right? Okay. So what you could do is get one of those clips from the hardware store, those carpenter clips or whatever you call them, okay? Take their little hair bands, stick them on the clip, hang this on the inside of your bathroom cabinet with the little hair ties. How about that? Instead of on the bottom of a drawer somewhere.
Hers is on the doorknob.
And
It's a decoration.
it's a decoration, well, that's one way to store it. This is another way.
I know
And
my daughter thought she'd find them everywhere.
And they multiply, I'm
Oh.
telling you. This little gadget fits over the top of your door. This is the very fastest way to gain more space. You hang this over the top of, not that tall, unless you're a very tall person, okay? Hang this over the top of your door for coats, purses, whatever.
But doesn't that scratch the door?
Well, yes.
If you put one of those sticky felt pads on the side of
Oh,
it, it doesn't scratch.
Then it might
The thing
not-
is, the
it
doors
might
don't
not
close.
yeah.
I have all different sizes of those, and not one of them works.
Oh,
The doors don't
there's,
close.
some are thicker, some are
Yeah,
thinner,
that's
you just
fine,
have to
these
kind
thin
of
ones, yeah.
find your perfect match.
I have over the door things that I hang purses on the back of my bedroom door.
Oh,
It will
nice.
close.
I don't close it,
Okay.
it's just, well, I'm the only one there.
So this is the portion of the workshop where I'm gonna play Stump the Audience, and I always do. So I wanna ask you, what is this? What?
Over the cabinet door.
It's an over-the-cabinet door. What would I possibly use this
Lids,
There's a,
um,
oh, hairdryer?
Hair dryer. You won, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah. I didn't stump the audience this time. Very good. Yeah, let me explain. So you put this on the inside of one of your cabinet doors for your hairdryer. The nozzle goes here, the cord goes here. And I love this because it doesn't take up that flat surface, right? I love it. Again, Bed Bath & Beyond is where I got that. And I've got 2 more products for you that I want to show you. This is my absolute favorite organizing product. This is a clear over-the-door shoe organizer. It's like $5. I don't use it for shoes. I use it for scarves, socks, let's see, for kids, Barbie dolls, stuffed animals, water bottles, these things. Instead of keeping them in the cabinet, they're wobbly, they're wiggly, you grab one and like 5 others. God, I'm glad that was close.
I would have got it.
Okay, so what you can do is load one of these up with water bottles. What else could you possibly use this for?
My daughter used one in the shower.
Yes, on the back of the bathroom door. Hairbrushes, lotions, what you use all the time. You just reach back and you grab it. Cleaning supplies, right? The back of your laundry room door. You could load this up with cleaning supplies. So I guess my point is, think outside the box. Just because it's supposed to be used for shoes doesn't mean that you can't use it for something else, right? Get creative. And this.
Oh, my favorite thing in the whole world. I love this.
It's like or you could be my mother. I mean, we're like, we're speaking the same language here. This is really just cool. So I use one of these. I put stamps in the front, and then in the back I put my mailing labels, my return mailing labels. Okay?
I've never seen one with a pocket.
Staples. These suckers are hard to find.
With a
So,
pocket,
yeah, so when I find them, I like buy everything. Coupons. Could you load this up with coupons and leave it in your car? And then when you're out and about, you've got them. What else could you possibly, use one of these poly envelopes for? Get creative.
Gift cards?
Gift card. Yes. So what you could do is you could put your gift cards in the front and your coupons in the middle. Look at that. Imagine how much money you could save. Yeah. I'm just saying, All right. So I want to ask if your challenges around organization got addressed over this very short talk. If not, you're going to have an opportunity to talk to me one-on-one if you choose. I want to tell you a little story about one of my clients. Her name's Molly. And Molly had no idea what the flat surfaces in her home looked like. You're laughing. So why, you ask? That's where she kept all her papers. The important papers. The ones that she needed. The papers that had a phone call attached to them. Papers that had an errand attached to them. Left them out. The papers she needed to discuss with her husband, registration for an event, all out. Molly was so afraid of losing an important paper that she didn't want to put them away. She left them out. Problem was, there were so many important papers that at that point there were many layers of them. So even though she left them out because she didn't want to lose them, she had kind of lost them already because she couldn't find what she was looking for. So together, Molly and I set up something called an action filing system. And with one glance, Molly knows exactly where to look for the paper that she needs. And the really cool thing is, her flat surfaces are clear, and they're pretty beautiful. And so when I said in the beginning of this presentation that part of being organized, more joyful, is being organized, right? And paper affects many people's happiness. And I'm curious, I think I know the answer to this, but how many of you struggle with paper? Okay, a couple of you, yeah. Would you like having me help you? The answer is yes. Okay, so I have a free gift for you. And on the papers that I passed out to you, I have a free Conquer Your Paper Piles package. What that's going to do is tell you how to set up your own action filing system so that, like Molly, you can have free, clear, flat surfaces. So you can find what you're looking for. So if you want that free gift, just check the box that says, yes, I want your free Conquer Your Paper Piles package. It is hot in here, I know. And be sure to write really clearly so that I can email that to you, so I can get it to you. You're also gonna receive my monthly email newsletter. One just went out today. And if you get it and you're like, it's not for me, just unsubscribe. I won't be real hurt. But also, I'm offering a private one-on-one complimentary Bring Back the Joy strategy session. And if you would like that, I believe it's the second box. Yeah, it's the box that says, yes, I want a complimentary Bring Back the Joy telephone strategy session. In the strategy session over the phone, 20 minutes, you and I, we're going to talk about your challenges around living a more joyful life, what's standing in your way, what your life will look like with more joy, and we will identify solutions. So if you'd like that, check the second box. And I'll come and I'll get the papers from you. Oh, I have a little bit of a gift. This is a little $10 Starbucks gift card. And one of you will win this tonight. Now, if you just want to get in on the drawing for this, just put your name down. You don't have to fill all of it out. You just fill it whatever you're comfortable with. But wouldn't a nice, like, iced mocha something or other, right? It's going to be hot the next couple days. That would be good. So one of you will win that. Is my time up?
We're going to church.
Bells are ringing.
Let's see. Also, on the flip side of that form is something really, really important that I want you to look at. It's right in the middle. It says if you know a group that needs to hear me speak, like give me their contact information and I'll call them and just see if I'm a good fit to come and speak. And I want to thank you for being such a great audience and so engaged. Because, and I want to share this with you, I know that getting organized might be somewhat scary for you. But I want you to keep two quotes in mind. And the first one goes like this. Everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Second quote. You are far too smart to be the only thing standing in your way. So I'm hoping that the tips that I gave you today are going to be helpful to you. If you would like more information, time with me to strategize, call me, fill in the form, we'll talk. While you're filling that out, I want to ask if you have any questions. Yes, Jill.
Actually, I'm sorry, this will just take a second. I have two comments. One, a lot of the organizing stuff that you have up there and more, you can find really cool stuff at Marshall's, TJ Maxx, and Home Goods at a really good price. Organizing, special shelving and bin and things like that. You never know what you're going to find, and they have some really great things when you go through their stores.
That's good to know. Thank you.
Also, as far as your paper thing, how I actually found Wendy was
The teleclass.
online, and I took one of her teleclasses, and her big test was if she could help me get through an office that was overcome with a huge amount of papers, because I've been doing programs like this before I retired, and I had not cleaned up some of the excess stuff after I retired. And a lot of the tips that she gave me on that teleconference was very, very helpful.
Cool. So I passed.
Yes,
Right.
you passed.
That's
So
high
that's why
praise.
that's why I brought you to two different
Well,
places.
thank
So
you.
the paper thing is extremely helpful.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's really easy to implement. Doesn't cost a lot. A lot of people find it helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And you had a question.
Is that top thing a spice rack? Because that's my struggle right now, is
Yes.
my
Well,
spices, it's so frustrating.
it can be used as a spice rack. Okay. Ugh, I can't believe I forgot to mention this.
That's nice.
Okay, this is one of the best things that you can have to see what you have, okay? So like canned goods, usually on one level of your pantry, but you can't see anything. This is like stadium seating, right? For your canned goods, spices, Somebody mentioned nail polish, well, that could work too. In your bathroom cabinet, be able to see what you have.
The best ones are the plastic ones that expand and start out this big. and-
Those are good too. I just recently unpacked a beach house, not Beverly Shores, the one that's next to, I forget the name. But anyway, I organized all their spices in a top drawer and I just laid them down. And they were like, wow, that's really cool.
That's what I do. It's
Yeah.
amazing, you can find everything.
Exactly, it just kind of works. You can see it and so
I
try
had
that
my
too.
little small lazy Susan.
Yes,
That you twist around and you can see them all.
Lazy Susans
To
are
me, they're only like
fantastic.
that, but three shelves.
The best one of all.
What is it?
It's 4 layers high. You
And
pull
does it just pull
Pull it
out?
out and it lays down and they're all.
Yeah, that's good
Obvious.
too. That's good too.
It'll hold 60 of them.
Yeah, it
Wow.
depends on how many spices you got.
Yeah, yeah.
Different sizes too.
Different sizes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah, they're really
yeah.
nice.
Boy, I wish they would like regulate spice size containers, right? Same size,
Yeah.
that would make my job so much easier, but,
Yeah.
yeah.
they will.
Any other
I should
questions?
buy them all at Target, the way Target packages
get
them
the
in the little
same.
jars.
Ah.
Then you'll like, then it takes a while to turn over.
Somebody's computer.
Like what?
Different kinds of organization type things for files or lists or whatever.
Well, yes, I can help you organize your computer files. Tell me more about lists. Like, what kind of
I'm
lists?
a compulsive list maker.
You paper and pen or electronic?
Both,
Oh,
and the cell phone, and the tablets.
okay, well,
It's just,
you gotta condense it down to one thing. Cause
That's
it
what I'm
sounds,
working
yeah, so that's the first thing. Decide if it's gonna be digital or paper, and one place.
well, they all talk to each other, so they basically,
They all
I put it
talk to
in one
each
and they all talk.
What do you put it in?
The calendar is a Google calendar, and it talks to my tablet and my cell phone.
Okay,
So I
okay.
always have it.
So that's condensed.
Yeah, I
Yes.
got rid of the paper calendar,
Okay, so you are
but
electronic.
it's the list that I
I used to
carry.
medicines.
Okay.
Online.
So
Well,
your,
not online, on my computer.
oh no, so your lists are paper, they're not in Google.
They're in my computer,
Okay,
but I'm trying to create new kind of lists. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get what I want.
I can only-
Okay.
Pictures too.
you want pictures? Well, let's talk about it and get that really clear. Yes. Anybody else?
Well, I just went from like 3 boxes down to, it's organized now in my drawer. I had a desk made, and when I moved here, I had them in boxes. And I bought this 75-cent organizer at a garage sale.
Yeah,
And I do it like for monthly bills.
okay, yes.
So January's in December, and then when I go to put January's again next time, I'll pull it out.
Very organized.
Well, I was the secretary.
There you go, yeah, so you had to be organized. I do wanna tell you, you touched on my teleclass. I'm planning on having a teleclass in December. It's gonna be called Leaving Your Legacy, how to declutter and downsize and basically leave your legacy. You know, being proactive and giving away those things that have a memory, attached, you know, and telling your story, passing it on to other generations. So I'm doing that in December. It's gonna be a free teleclass. If you sign up for my newsletter, you'll get that information, so just an FYI on that. Well, I would like to collect your forms and